the heart of every discussion. Don't just listen, participate. Tune in and be part of the conversation. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, Lakers, welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Kofi Bartels. Good to know you're there listening to us, and we're set for our first conversation, a major conversation today. The former Nigerian President, Obasanjo, calling for the sack of the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmood Yakubu. As far as you're concerned, is this possible? Is this possible? Would you like to see Yakubu sacked? Why do you want to see Yakubu sacked if you agree with Obasanjo? Why do you not want to see him sacked if you disagree with Obasanjo? Please call us on the numbers we usually advertise, 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993. And female listeners can call that number or can call 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. Let me see if I guess it's ready. Okay, I guess it's getting set. Anyway, now these are the words of the former president. As a matter of urgency, we must ensure that the INEC chairperson and their staff are thoroughly vetted. The vetting exercise should produce dispassionate, non-partisan actors with impeccable reputation. Nigeria must ensure the appointment of new credible INEC leadership at federal, state, local government and municipal, city, town and village levels with short tenures to prevent undesirable political influence and corruption, and to re-establish trust in the electoral system by its citizens. The INEC chairperson must not be only absolutely above board, but must also be transparently independent. And the words of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. He delivered a keynote titled Leadership Failure and State Capture in Nigeria. Leadership Failure and State Capture in Nigeria. All right, just trying to get our guests sorted out with the Zoom, but he's here. He is a former presidential aide. He's a lawyer as well as a traditional ruler or traditional chief. He's a former chairman or the chairman of the defunct Special Presidential Investigation Panel for the Recovery of Public Property, the SPIP. He's a human rights advocate. He's a lawyer. He's an author and a former presidential advisor. Okoi, Obono-obla. Did I get that right, sir? The full name.
Okoi, Obono-obla.
Okay.
Okoi, Obono-obla.
Yeah, okay. So most people don't use the Ofem, but I decided to use the Ofem today. I'm
surprised.
Yeah.
I always silent it.
Yeah. All right. So, Okoi, Ofem, Obono-obla, good to have you on the program this morning, sir, and welcome back after some time. We're not talking to you.
Thank you, Kofi.
You know,
it's a pleasure.
Yeah, I was telling you the Lord has changed in the country since we last spoke. And the price of petrol
exactly
is what it was when we last spoke. Okay. Anyway, just please, without wasting time, let's go straight to the point. Give us your take on the speech or the keynote address given by the paper presentation by the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, in Yale University in the United States of America. What's your thought on that? You've gone through it. I know you've written an article on it. What's your reaction to his statement? It's called for a reform in INEC. Yes.
Yes, I had written 2 articles from that lecture that was presented by Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former head of state, former president of Nigeria, because he acknowledged the works of 2 of my friends, Professor Sam Okoi, who incidentally is my namesake. He's based in Canada, an academic, and Mary Ann Basiwara, who is also an academic in the Institute of Conflict Studies in Nigeria. General Obasanjo acknowledged their work. Recently, they wrote an article in the International Journal concerning how elections, are conducted in Nigeria. But I do not agree with the President Obasanjo, former President Obasanjo, that forum was the best, fora to, advise Nigerian government on reforms of our electoral laws and systems. For goodness sake, President Obasanjo was former Chief of Staff, Supreme Headquarters in the military regime of General Murtala Mohammed. That is from 1975 to about 1976. That is the equivalent of today's vice president. Then he became head of state, military head of state from 1976 to 1979. And then he was elected the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As a matter of record, historical records, the second democratically elected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the first one was President Shehu Shagari. Then the second one was General Olusegun Obasanjo. And by virtue of that, he is a member of the National Council of States. The Council of States is a body created by the Constitution to advise the president on a number of issues, including INEC. So I'm surprised that the former president is maybe like an activist. He should go to the United States and begin to, say things that are very unpleasant about the country. If he wants a reform of the electoral system, he would have availed himself of the opportunity of his membership of the National Council of States to advise the president, to advise the Senate or the National Assembly to begin to set in motion, set in motion things, how the electoral process can be reformed. And I'm surprised that this is a man who was president from 1999 to 2007. And during his tenure in office, he did not advocate for reforms, or he did not carry out reforms. He would have been in a better position to carry out these reforms, because when he took over office as president, we were just starting, our second or third democratic experience experiment in Nigeria.
So Chief, we need to shift yourself a bit to your right, and also yes, better. That's better. Okay, that's better. Are we not in danger of throwing the baby away with the bathwater? Should Nigerians not rather look at the message and forget the messenger? You've said a lot of things about Obasanjo. Obola, I don't know if you can hear me, sir. So
I can hear you.
Okay, but you need to flip your phone horizontally so we can see you better. But are we not in danger of throwing away the baby with the bathwater? What I mean is throwing the message away because of the messenger. Sir, please just give us this. Yes, go on, sir.
Well, I stand for electoral reforms. They are very, very imperative if we are to move forward. We have run this democracy from 1999 to 2024. And so it is right time we start, reforming our electoral processes, our electoral laws, our electoral systems, so that we can have a seamless election and so the country can move forward. Though I still feel our democracy is young, just 25 years, it's not enough for us to internalize all the tenets of democracy. You can see that democracy is a process, and it takes long for democracy to grow, to deepen. For instance, in the United States of America, I want to do an example of this because it's one of the bastions of constitutional democracy globally. Almost 300 years experience, but we still have these hiccups about elections. Even the last elections that were seemingly peaceful and seamless in America, there were reports of, electoral malpractices in some states in the United States of America.
Are these malpractices perpetrated? Are they proven? Are they perpetrated by the electoral umpire in the United States or by the political parties on the scale we're seeing in Nigeria? Should Nigerians accept electoral malpractice because it happens in America? Because you're saying that there are also electoral malpractice there, which means you're agreeing that the last election, 2023, was riddled with electoral malpractice. That's what you're saying. So should Nigerians accept? No, that's what you said, sir. Should Nigerians accept electoral malpractice because?
So. No. You said you get me better.
No, sir. I'm coming. You said electoral malpractice is also in the United States of America, even the last election. That's what you said.
Well, it depends on the scale.
Chief, sorry, Chief, sorry, your camera is cutting you off. We need to just lower it a bit so we can see like a passport photograph, so we can see you in the middle and then your chest and all that. Just lower it down a bit so we can see you better. Okay, go on, sir.
It depends on the scale. It depends on the degree. Because when you look at our electoral law or the Electoral Act, it says it emphasizes on substantial compliance. It didn't say strict compliance, substantial. So it gives room to the fundamental fact that elections are conducted by human beings, and there is no way there will not be mistakes here and there. But the question is that mistake or error or malpractice, is it enough to affect the result of the election? Is it enough to undermine the mandate of the people? These requirements have to be,
yes, So you call Chief, you're calling it mistake, and whether it's enough to affect the result of the election. The argument by Obasanjo is that yes, the mistakes, as you call them, did affect the outcome of the last election. And you're calling it mistake, but it's questionable if it's actually a mistake, because Obasanjo says that he went on to talk about the BVAS. He says the BVAS and IRF are two technological innovations that prior to 2023 were celebrated, these are his words, were celebrated for their potential to enhance the accuracy and transparency of our election results, eliminate the threat of election rigging, and boost public trust in electoral outcomes. Obasanjo says, quote, "These technologies were touted by the INEC chairman himself. In the end, these technologies did not fail. INEC willfully is what Obasanjo says, failed to use or implement them, which resulted in widespread voting irregularities. It was a case of inviting the fox into the hen house." Obasanjo said that. So is this? He says it's not a mistake. It was deliberate, premeditated,
that is
planned, and executed action to rig the election and scuttle it in favor of a party. Yeah.
With due respect to him, Obasanjo is not an oracle. Obasanjo, apart from his being former head of state and president, is just like any other person. So that is his opinion. But these elections were subjected to judicial test. It went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court says, heard that all the allegations made were not proven. That the election was conducted in substantial compliance with the Electoral Act of 2022. So that is the position of the law. It is not what Obasanjo says.
I guess that's the end to every argument, that it was subjected to judicial test and it passed the test.
Exactly. Even Obasanjo, during his time in office, his election was challenged. Falaye challenged his election in 1999. Then in 2003, yes, former President Buhari challenged this election.
All right.
And then in 2007 too, his elections were challenged.
And he won.
Even Yaradua's election was challenged.
Okay.
And Obasanjo then told us, if you are aggrieved, go to courts and validate your claims, And that was what happened. And the Supreme Court from 1999 to 2011 all held that the elections or the presidential elections were properly conducted. But that doesn't mean that I'm not advocating for reform. We are advocating for reforms. But Obasanjo should not begin to talk as if he's an oracle. If he was not president when all these elections I've mentioned were conducted.
But Chief, you're calling the you talked about malpractice in the 2023 election. You said that it was a mistake. Those were mistakes. But anyway, I'll ask you a question that I want to bring our listeners in at this point. Obo, please stay with me. 99.3, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Kofi. Good morning.
Welcome. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
Wrote to me from Okoi.
Welcome.
Kofi, I want to 100% agree with your guest there. Obasanjo has no say. During Obasanjo's time, the person he put there, that is Yaradua, confessed that he didn't win the election. Go back to Yaradua's speech. He said, I know I have not won this election, but I want to work. So Obasanjo put him there. Why is Obasanjo now complaining about somebody else? He put somebody there, with all malpractices. He put Yaradua there with all. Yaradua said it that he didn't win the election, but he's ready to work. So what is Obasanjo saying? Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Your name, location, and contribution. Yes, quickly, please.
This is Debbie from Ikorodu. Good morning.
Welcome. Good morning.
God bless you.
You too.
Like the last caller said, that Obasanjo has no say. Yaradua came out and said the election that brought him in is not right. Did Tinubu accept that the election that brought him in, he grabbed it, he ran with it? No. The INEC chairman, what happened to the Vivas? We all know what happened during the election. The election, 2023 election, was nothing to write home about. And the man, your guest, I said, Obasanjo has no say, and it was a mistake. The American election have this and that. He can't compare what happened in America to Nigeria. And I know it's not in Nigeria. He does not know what we are facing here. And I know his children are not here.
All right. I don't know if you're talking about, I guess he's in Nigeria. Anyway, I'll take one last call. 99.3, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. Very quickly, your name, location, and contribution, please.
This is Bababo from Lawasen.
Welcome. Welcome.
It's unfortunate that Obasanjo just has to speak about this regime. He has all the opportunity when he got there from the military. To put Nigeria into real perspective, in the real way. But it's unfortunate. He was the one that brought us over here to this level right now. It's unfortunate. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for your time. We'll continue our conversation after the break. We want to pay our bills. And when we come back, I'll be asking our guest what sort of reforms he wants to see if he doesn't agree with the Obasanjo template. Stay with us. It's still the morning Crossfire Radio 99.3 Nigeria. We'll be right back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You, a trusted, well-renowned online training company with over 17 years of experience and customers spread across the globe. Discover a new way to earn and learn by copying top traders from around the world. No previous experience required. If you're over 18, you can start earning profits from the comfort of your home today. Visit www.marketsforyou.com or call 0912-779-0500, 0912-779-0500 today to start your journey towards financial independence with Markets for You.
All right, family, let's take a moment to relive the magic moments of last Christmas at Pride Land 2, the Bamble Chronicles. What an absolute spectacle.
And the Pride Land show was out of this world. The performers were so talented. The apprehension of what's going to happen next was second to none.
I loved the games, especially the rope tango. It was so much fun. I can't wait to create even more memories this December.
Yes, my darling. This December will be monumental. Pride Land 3 will be a blast. I'm sure of it.
So, families out there, don't wait any longer. Book your package now and get the chance to pay small. Terms and conditions apply. For inquiries, please call 0803-3993-398 or 0705-582-9486.
Eco Hotels and Suites, nestling international standard with African hospitality.
Trader, are you ready for the flight? Yeah. Maximize your gains day or night. The platform, HFM is the name. Trading with us is a brand new game. Come on, feel alone, execution slow. Switch to HFM, watch your success grow. Higher leverage, tighter spreads and swap free. Got your back in this financial fight. Trade forex, commodities, indices, shares and more. Just come and see HFM online trading. Withdrawals, deposit done in a dash. Our execution too fast. HFM stands apart from the rest. HFM stands apart from the rest.
Pico, HFM finito, HFM is ito. HFM na short platform, online trading, forex trading. Any trading, HFM no delay.
Join HFM today. Visit www.hfm.com or download the HFM app on Google Play or App Store. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Your Peak evaporated milk tin might have a new top, but don't worry. Whether it's the regular embossed top or the new plain top, available for a limited time, you still get to enjoy the same creamy nourishment.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. Your game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's the game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer.
Hi there, parents. Did you know that your child may not always get all the nutrients they need from their diet, and some children are picky eaters? This is why you should give your child Well Kids Smart Chewable Tablets, which is a food supplement from Vitabiotics UK. It contains 21 vitamins and minerals to contribute to brain development and support optimum growth. Choose Well Kid for smart kids. It is available in all leading retail pharmacies nearest to you.
Let me ask you a question. What holds you back when you wake up each morning? Is it the uncertainty of how the day will unfold? And as the day goes on, what makes your heart race? Is it the quiet fear that maybe you're not doing enough? And when it's evening, is it the longing for just a little more time? Whatever it is, remember, challenges don't define you, but how you rise to meet them. Staying connected to your dreams, that's how you break free from limits. Get unlimited data plus up to 6-hour battery backup to keep you connected without interruptions on Airtel 4G 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to find out more. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms, and dirty shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You, a trusted, well-renowned online trading company with over 17 years of experience and customers spread across the globe. Discover a new way to earn and learn by copying top traders from around the world. No previous experience required. If you're over 18, you can start earning profits from the comfort of your home today. Visit www.marketsforyou.com or call 0912-779-0500, 0912-779-0500 today to start your journey towards financial independence with Markets for You.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
On this note, let me seize this opportunity to respond to a story emanating from a section of the media that the Commission has decided to jettison the uploading of polling unit level results in real time on election day. It should please be disregarded as fake news. The Commission will upload polling unit level results and citizens will have access to those results in real time as we upload to the polling units. This innovation was introduced by the Commission. The Commission cannot turn around and undermine itself. So this technology has come to stay. We'll upload polling unit level results from the polling unit. Citizens will have the right to view these results. After all, who are we serving? The citizens. How can we deprive citizens from access to the results of the process conducted by them at the level of polling units? So I welcome you to the Commission. I want to assure you and reassure you that the 2023 general election is going to be our best ever elections. We are committed, and that the votes cast by Nigerians will determine the outcome of elections, nothing more, nothing less. On this note,
oh wow, the votes cast by Nigerians will determine the outcome of the election, nothing more, nothing less. The words of INEC Chairman Mahmood Yakubu. Of course, he said that any report that the beavers and IRF will not be used, that results will not be uploaded real time for Nigerians to view on election day is fake news. Nothing more but fake news, and nothing more than fake news. And after all, who are they there to serve but Nigerians? But the opposite happened on election day 2023. Well, Olusegun Obasanjo, former president of Nigeria, has called for the total reconfiguration of the Independent National Electoral Commission. He says that those who are there must be removed and new credible INEC leadership must be appointed at the federal, state, local government and municipal, as at city, town and village levels. Total overhaul of INEC, which means the removal of the INEC chairman and leadership and the entire structure, and a new one put there. The president has also questioned the commitment of INEC and its leadership. He, for instance, drew attention to the issue of the beavers and the IRF. Like you just heard, the INEC chairman promised Nigerians to the high heavens that it was impossible for Nigerians not to view the results real time as they uploaded by the commission. But the rest, they say, is history. Obasanjo said, and I quote, "The beavers and IRF are two technological innovations that prior to 2023 were celebrated for their potential to enhance the accuracy, transparency of our election results, eliminate a threat of election rigging, and boost public trust in electoral outcomes." Like you just heard the man say. These technologies were touted by the INEC chairman himself. You heard it here, live and direct. In the end, these technologies did not fail. INEC willfully failed to use or implement them, which resulted in widespread voting irregularities. It was a case of inviting the fox into the hen house. End of quote. Is this true that these technologies were willfully not implemented or not used by INEC, which means that INEC rigged the elections, what Obasanjo is saying, True or false? Our guest this morning is a lawyer. He's a human rights advocate. And of course, he's an author. He's the chairman of the defunct Special Presidential Investigation Panel for the Recovery of Public Property under the administration or in the administration of General Muhammadu Buhari, former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Okoi FM, Obono-obla, is our guest this morning. 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993 is the number to call to have your say. And of course, we have a female line, 0201-465-7190, 0201-465-7190. WhatsApp number 08095-975805. Please send your messages only 08095-975805. And of course, we have a live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. Go to our pages. You can watch us live from anywhere in the world. And we have a post on X where you can reply or comment on that post, and we'll read as much as we can. Our guest says Obasanjo should look in the mirror because he himself, of course, did not fix the system he's complaining about when he had the time to be president and head of state twice. Sir, before I come back to you, please permit me to bring one or two of our callers in, then I'll come back to you. 99.3, good morning.
Hello, Kofi Bartels, good morning.
Welcome. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
Okay, my name is Peter Omonse from Shomolu, and good morning to your guest. Kofi, it always irritates me to hear people saying that Obasanjo was there, he did not do it. Oh, we are building on what Obasanjo has left. Kofi, let me ask this question. When you hear about the government demolishing defected houses, what do? When they check the foundation and the foundation was not good, and you build on that foundation, the government will demolish that house. How come now that APC that came with change, they told us they know what the problem is, we are going to change them. You come and you meet the faulty foundation of Obasanjo according to them, and you build on top of that faulty and corrupt foundation. That means your collapse will be worse than that one. That means your building should be demolished. That means APC government should be demolished. So for me, the point that Obasanjo makes is what all of us make. Mahmood Yakubu, as of today, is not supposed to be in the office overseeing elections in Nigeria any longer. You went to Chatham House, a center for all the world. You told them what you will do. At the end of the day, you did the opposite. And you told Nigerians, this is what I'm going to do.
Thank you very much.
At the end of the day, you did the opposite. Why are you still in the office?
Thank you for your time. We'll take one more call before I go back to my guest. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning, this will be Kofi from Ikeja.
Yes.
Kofi, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, please go on.
Just like you said, we cannot throw away, we should never throw away the baby with the bathwater. Obasanjo, for me, is one of the best presidents we had. I want to ask this question. I want to ask your guest. I don't believe in people swearing in Bible and the Quran. If I give him Shongo Amadioho, is he going to swear that the 2023 election was free and fair? One. Secondly, I want to ask him, he's been part of this government. If there is anything Obasanjo or Tinubu has done, he's also part of it. Has he been cleared of his corruption case, Obono-obla? Thank you very much.
All right, that's not the subject of our discussion this morning. But sir, he's asking if you swear by Shongo. I don't know which other one, or maybe we go to the one in Calabar. I don't want to mention the name. The one in, but he's asking, will you swear?
Tell him that I don't have any corruption case hanging on my neck. I am one of the cleanest Nigerians, and I'm very proud of my records. So that is not the issue. If he wants to cast aspersions on me, I am one of the cleanest Nigerians. I have given my assets declaration form to Sheriff of Chanel. How many Nigerian former public officers will publish their assets declaration form? I have done that. Everything I have is what I earned. Okay? I didn't add one kobo to what I had when I was in government, and it was a very attractive office to help myself. Even today, my friends keep on insulting me, my brothers, that I didn't help myself. But I'm proud that despite everything, we still have honest Nigerians, who can serve this country with a lot of patriotism, dignity, integrity, and professionalism. I'm one of them. I'm not boasting. The records are there. If he has any evidence of me taking what doesn't belong to me, let it come out and present it. It's not coming to the media to try to throw red herrings different from what we are discussing. Thank you. I voted in my polling unit in my ward in Yakubu local government area of Cross River State. In Ugep is a very big town in Cross River State, I think second after Calabar, and Ugep has 4 electoral wards. I can say from what I witnessed in my own polling unit, the elections were free and fair. And that is what I was saying. This election thing, there is no place in the universe where elections are seamless, perfect.
Okay, so from what you observed, apart from cross, in Yaka, in Ugep, from what you observed around the country, you've been following elections for decades now. Would you say the election, from your observation, in your heart of heart, when you look at all things considered, can be said to have been free and fair?
I will answer in the affirmative. I witnessed 1999 elections.
Is that a yes?
Yes. I witnessed 1999 elections. I witnessed 2003 elections. I witnessed 2007 elections. I witnessed 2011 elections. I can say that the elections that were conducted in 2019 and 2023 are better than what we experienced between 1999 and 2011. Kofi, let me tell you, I was a lawyer that challenged the election of my state governor, Senator Nielimoke, and as a matter of fact, that election was nullified. Okay? So I can say that there's a slight improvement in elections conducted between 1999 and 2011 and between 2015 to 2023. So what we need to do is to build on that and try to improve it.
Are you saying that
not overusing the system?
Are you saying that we should build? There's a slight improvement. There's still rigging. There's still more practice, but we're not where we used to be. Maybe the rigging is not as much. Or you're saying we have credible elections now. We've arrived at the promised land.
I witnessed 2003 elections. I was not even given opportunity to vote. 2007, I was not given an opportunity to vote. Because the electoral officials were not there.
So is it a glass half full situation, or are we at the promised land where you can say elections in Nigeria are credible? Because being better than last year's election or the previous election does not make it credible.
From my experience as a lawyer and as a Nigerian, the elections of 2023, 2019, 2015 are better. They were better than the elections I experienced, the election I participated in, both as a Nigerian and also as a lawyer, in going to the election tribunal to fight for my clients. They are better. What we need to do is not going to the US to condemn the country. I have told you, democracy is still young in Nigeria. What we should do is try to make the system to be perfect. And we don't do that by going to lecture rooms in the US. You do that as the former head of state. Obasanjo should present a proposal for the reform before the National Council of States.
All right. So if you're saying democracy, if you're saying democracy is Nigeria is a nascent democracy, we're still growing. The proverbial democratic experiment is still on. How come Nigerians had widely accepted credible elections in 1993 and in 1999 comparatively? Are we retrogressing? Are we progressing?
Well, I don't want to talk about 1993.
Sir, you have to talk about
1993 was controversial. I participated in that election.
Yes, it's I voted. Yes,
and I can say that it was good because option A4 was used.
All right.
Okay. Everything was done before the public glare. We line up behind the candidate we want to vote for. After that, we count the votes.
Yes, so we know what happened then. Just ask the question. 1993, even 1999, it seemed like Nigerians came out and they voted for who they wanted to be president. you're saying that we're still growing. Are we going forward or backward from 93, 99? Are we going forward or backward?
I would not. I don't want to make comparisons because the 1993 election was.
No, but you have to, because
I know that time the country was under military dictatorship.
No, it's benchmarking. Yeah. It's benchmarking.
It's a different ball game. See an election.
No, but sir, you have to compare. Are we going forward? Are we having better elections? Since you're saying we are still growing, are we going up, or we are going down from 93, 90, even 99? I am giving you
my verdict. My verdict is that as a Nigeria, as an observer, and as a lawyer, the elect are seeing a great improvement, between elections conducted from 1999 to 2011 and from 2015 to 2023. Right. Elections cannot be perfect anywhere.
Okay.
That is why the law insists on substantial compliance, that if the Electoral Act substantially complies with the provisions of the Electoral Act, that elections should be accepted.
All right.
But let me tell you why it is so difficult to conduct elections. You are talking about, we have 36 states in Nigeria and FCT Abuja. We have 774 local government.
All right. Chief's line is hanging. His network is poor. Let's put some callers back on. 99.3, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is eligible.
All righty, Mark, good to hear from you. Please go on.
Yes, I'm not surprised to hear this man brought this morning.
It's his opinion. It's his opinion.
Let's destroy judiciary in this country. This is the man.
No. Can you speak to the issue?
They brought Yakubu. This Yakubu had been taunting this country. Remember, when we were ready to enter, everybody clamored for his entry. When he entered, they removed the Chief Justice of the Federation and then brought in Tanko Mohammed and brought in this Yakubu now. This Yakubu, since then, all the elections he had been conducting had been done out of this world. The whole world will condemn it. After spending all the billions to bring all the equipment we brought, the Viva, the IRF, everything. And look at today. This IRF did not work only on presidential election. And this man is here telling us that elections are better. What do you expect from this type of person?
All right. Thank you for your time.
Kofi?
Yeah.
Kofi, tell that man that I have the right to have my opinion.
I've told him.
That's the problem with Nigerians.
I've told him that he should stick to the issues. Chief, I'll come back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, we lost this call there. Oh, my. Okay. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
You're welcome. Who do we have on the line, please?
My name is Imabo.
Okay,
Imabo. I want to commend you for your good work. I want to ask a question, your guest. He said that Nigeria is growing, democracy is growing. My question is, we are up to 25 years. If he has a child of 25 years that is in university, and that child is going back to study primary school or nursery school and copy nursery school student, how would he feel? Because from what he's saying, that is how it is. That we are up to 25 years of democracy. We are going back in this age of technology and everything. We are dropping technology, going back to copy the mistakes of Obasanjo and others. I'm so sad. The way you talk. Let us talk right when we want to talk.
Is his opinion. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes,
thank you.
I thank you for your good job.
Thank you. We have to pick the next. I'm sorry. 99.3, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Welcome. Very quickly, your name, location.
I'm happy to get you.
Thank you.
See, Mr. Kofi, let me see this. I was weeping, struggling to make sure that I get you online. You see, this problem we have in this country, if we continue like this, we can never have it good. 2023 election, everybody knows, the international community, observer, everybody knew that election was no election. The judiciary was bought. Look at Edo of recent. Everybody saw what INEC did. Everybody saw what the police did. How can we be saying now that the 2023 election is the best we have ever organized in Nigeria? My dear brother, if we continue like this and we refuse to tell those in power the truth, Nigeria will continue to go back.
Thank you.
We will never have anything good about it, my brother.
Thank you, Reggie. Your 1 minute. Chief, you talked about reforms. What reforms would you like to see in INEC? Briefly. Yes, please go on.
We have been talking about, uploading results and all that. All those things are not in the Electoral Act. I want to see an amendment of the Electoral Act so that elections can be conducted electronically. It is not a rocket science. Biometrically, I can stay in my house and vote without going to a polling unit, because sometimes the polling units are very dangerous to go to on election day. People who organize armed talks to come and disrupt voting, beat up people and snatch ballot papers or boxes. We can stay in our homes and vote. Or we can even borrow from the America, the serious. We can be voting state by state. We don't need to vote all the states, 36 states, voting instantaneously. We can assign different dates for the different states so that people can vote.
All right.
Kofi, it is not by condemning people or play to the gallery. It is all of us should deliberately make Nigeria to work.
Okay, Chief, talking about making Nigeria working, Obasanjo says that Nigeria is...
So they expect me to sit down here and begin to condemn people, to begin to abuse the
Chief, before we go, because of time. Because of time, sir. Because of time. The former president is about corruption and being a failed state. He even says that he's calling Babagolo, and he says that's the situation mostly in Nigeria in the reign of Babagoslo and Emiloko. You think it says things of the clearly indicated and mastered for every honest person to see. Do you agree that President Slow enough to call about Nigeria is a failed under Tinubu? Very quickly, in 1 minute, please.
Why is it that Obasanjo is unknown? Why is he always condemning office he occupied?
But there again, you're not talking about the person. You're not speaking issue. You're talking about the person.
But the issue is that we have a forum. We have a forum for Obasanjo and push forward,
But is this taking true? Where President Obama and
that is the way you perceive Buhari. Nigerians also perceive differently.
How do you see him?
I perceive him as a failure because he had
I'm talking about this president now. We're not talking about Obasanjo. Obasanjo is gone.
Well, let's wait until 2027. But for now, it is premature to deliver any verdict on this.
2 years is
let's wait. The constitution says 4 years.
So
when
but 2 years is enough to assess.
To give our verdict.
All right, Okoi, lawyer, human rights advocate, author, and former presidential aide. Thank you very much for your time, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right. Hey, that's our concern. We can't take any more calls, but please follow me on X, Kofi_Bartels. You can be our next night.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe YouTube channel Nigeria FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info for live updates as it happens.